When it comes to selling on Amazon, your main hero image, as we all know, is the most important image out of all the images that you have. But is your main hero image saying everything that it needs to be saying? Or is it saying too much? Or is it saying too little? There's that Goldilocks sweet spot that we definitely want to find. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to iterate different versions of existing images and then test it in PickFu to see exactly what our ICP or customer avatar that's purchasing the product would rather see and click on. So if that's interesting to you, you're going to want to keep on watching. All right, guys. So we're here in Amazon at Genexa. Genexa, hands down, my favorite and my household favorite product for our kids. The main reason why, and it's not being merchandised, at least for me, it's not being merchandised in this image, is that it's dye free. My wife and I, we don't give our kids anything, or we try to avoid as much as possible, things with red 40 or dye in it and stuff like that. And typically other pain relievers has that in it. So we love Genexa and the fact that it's, clean medicine. That being said, you see over here that it says dye free in the title, but if you're looking on the image over here, there's nothing that says dye free. Why is that important? Well, if parents like me don't know about this and we're just skimming through the search engine result page or the SERP, we're not getting that pertinent information that would give me the buying intent to go ahead and click. Now, what information are we getting on this image? We're getting that it's Genexa, super cute lion, kids pain and fever, acetaminophen, pain reliever, fever reducer. Got it. But then we're seeing something called non-GMO project verified. We're going to get to that in a second. Organic blueberry flavor, and we're seeing the blueberries down here. There's three things that I would like to see and we want to test on with PickFu. So let's hop into Canva and show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so we're in Canva over here. Just going to go ahead and paste the image. This is the original. So we're going to keep the original over here. I just want to duplicate this one right here. So duplicate page. Now this is going to be another mock-up that we're going to do. So one of the three things I would like to see would be made in the US, because this product is made in the US, and anything that's consumable or medicinal or anything like that, I'm always super conscious of. So coming over here, typing made in USA, I always go with this one just for testing purposes, right? You'd want to keep the shape and the version specifically to your brand, but you never want to change from the red, white, and blue. That's going to speak volumes, right? So coming in here, you don't want to make it huge like this, right? Because that's taking away from a lot of the real main benefits, but you still want to get it in here as well. I'd be curious to see how many folks are actually caring about non-GMO project verified, and that's something we want to test in PickFu. But you can see over here, now I've added this, right? To be honest with you, I don't think I like this one for this product flow. I'd probably go with a stamp like this, right? Just so it fits it a little bit better. And again, this is just a mock-up, but we just want to prove the concept over here. Tone it down a little bit like that. Cool. So now, even from high up on the SERP, I can see over here that it's USA flag versus not. Got it. Okay, cool. So now I want to duplicate another version of the original, move that over. So we have the original here. We have the original here. We have the version with the made in the US flag. And then we have a new one that we want to work on. So I want to type in dye free. So we're going to have to make this one. So what we would want to do in this one is go over here and just type in C for circle. Before we resize this, we want to keep it on brand for this example for the testing, so it doesn't look too out of place. Grab some colors inside of that. Perfect. And then what we're going to do is bring this down here. Kind of put the same kind of space that we had the made in the USA. Okay. And then we're going to type in dye free, just like that, right? And then we can bring the spacing in a little bit so it looks a little bit better, right? Hit it with the bold. The font, we're going to change it to probably white. Perfect, right? So now I'm showcasing in this one that it's dye free. One little kind of hack that I like to do is pull in a frame for this kind of stuff, like a circle frame right here. And then I always like to grab I call it a wrinkle. Not that one. I never find the right one. Is it this one? No. I see where it is. It's this one. So you see it's like a wrinkled kind of transparent kind of thing. I always throw it into a frame. And then what I do is I bring the frame, because it's a circle, the same size of, or the same kind of style of the circle over here. And then I like to do this. The reason I like to do this is because I want to make it look as real as possible. And that helps it, that gives it a little bit more pizzazz, as the kids say. The kids don't say that. But this just helps it with any sort of bots. It just solidifies the fact that it's, even though it's not a real sticker, that it's a post edit, but it kind of goes by. And you could do the same thing for the made in the US, since we have a circle here as well, right? So again, you just see how much better that looks from higher up on the SERP when we go over here, right? It just looks more natural, just looks more authentic. So we have the original, we have with made in the US, and we have dye free. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and save these, and we're going to head over to PickFu, and we're going to test them and see where people find it to be more important. Do they not care about made in the US, or do they appreciate the dye free, or do they not care about any of it and they prefer this one over here? And then there's one more test I want to do after that, because you don't want to do too many elements in one test, because then you're not really going to know which one is the reason why they said yes or why they said no. So you want to be able to stack them on top of each other. So before we go on to the next optimization that I want to do, I really want to solidify the package icon over here. So let's save these and head over to PickFu. All right, guys, so we're in PickFu right now, and we went to a new poll, and we're going to build out our poll. So what we're going to do a comparison poll. So it's 2 to 8 options. And the question we're going to ask is, if you were shopping on Amazon for kids, is it kids like that, or is it kids? Kids, okay. Kids, pain, and fever reducing medicine, which product image would compel you to click and learn more, and why? Okay, so we want to give some context over that about what the product is, and we don't want to say which product would you rather buy, which product image would compel you to click, right? So we're going to go to images, okay? And we have 3 of them, so we're going to have 3 options over here, and let's drop them in. Awesome, so we have our 3, our original, our USA, and our dye-free in here. So we're going to go down to audiences. I'm just doing this for testing purposes, so I'm going to hit it with 15. US, we're not doing a random audience, we're going to do a targeted audience. We're going to do Prime members. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do parents. And we're going to do parents of kids. These products are 2 to 11 years old. So let's do 4 to 5. Because I want it to be snappy. But let's do 4 to 5, 6 to 7. So Prime members that are parents of kids ages 4 to 11. Okay, coming down here, let's run the poll. Poll preview, we're going to see what they're looking at. So they're going to see made in the US, they're going to see dye free, and they're going to see just the non-GMO. So now that's going to start running and collecting the data. So we want to see, do people not care about any of this stuff, or does the dye free or does the made in the US resonate more with them? And if it does, which one is the better one? And the reason why is because we want to give more transparency. And speaking of transparency, while this is running, let's hop back into Canva, and we're going to show you the second and last version or post edit that I want to do, and I want to see if it's going to work. Let's head to Canva. Okay, cool. So this is the original one without any edits, and we want to build it off of this one so that we know, regardless of what the winner is on PickFu, that we have this basis here, right? Typically what I would do is I would drop the background, but what happens is if I drop the background, I lose all the shadows over here. And I don't want to do that because I still want the shadows down here, but what I want to do is get rid of the shadows up here for what I'm about to show you. So that being said, what we're going to do is we're going to copy this right here, make sure it's right on top of the other one, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to remove the background on this top one. So now the background is removed on the top one. We're now going to send the top one, hear me out, follow me, behind that one. So the one with the shadow is still on top. So when I peel this down, the shadow is going to stay here, but the shadow is going to remove up here. Let's see if this makes sense. See what I'm saying? So the shadow's still back there, but I'm removing just the shadow over here. So right about there. Does that make sense? Because if I was just to drop the background, I lose the shadow on everything below, but I want to keep that, but I want to get rid of the shadow up here. And you're going to see why in a second. Great. So now I've done that. Still retain the shadows at the bottom. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, so let's do this one over here. Remove the background. This is not the proper color of it. But again, what we want to do is just make it make sense. So if we go over here and we go to, you can do duotone over here. And what that's going to do is that's going to change the color of the actual product itself. So if we want to do like a blush, or if we want to do like coral perfectly matches it, and that's fine. This is not the best one to do just because you'd want to use real assets for the actual product. But we're going to go with this over here. So you want to position it so I have a little bit at the top, a little bit at the bottom over here, position it, and we're going to arrange it, send it to the back. So now you see why I was going with that, right? Because I really wanted to have people see the product outside the packaging, take up more room, make the box pop, all that kind of good stuff. So that was a little bit of a process to make it make sense, but you can do it. It's a lot easier when you have your own assets. If you're in this kind of space, you could simply just pour the product on the table, take a picture, load it in Canva, drop the background. You got yourself a picture perfect smear. Let's head back to PickFu and see what the results are from our first test. All right, guys, so we're back in PickFu, and you can see that it's not a landslide, but it's a landslide away from nothing, right? So it's clear that out of 15 people, 8 US-based parents of children 4 to 11 years old that are Prime members prefer the Made in the US logo. And as a second, 5 of them prefer the dye-free. But the interesting thing is when you get down to the results, right? So on the one with the dye-free, they love Made in the USA. I like dye-free better. Then, of course, USA. The stickers and labels on this one claim the product has or is lacking the things that I want for my kids. I want the medicine to be without some types of ingredients, as well as have certain ones to be made in a certain way. Dye-free is important for my family, and that is a male, 150K more a month with kids. That's a Prime subscriber. I picked this because it's bold. Not a huge difference. So they went with that one. All right. But let's take a look at the one for the Made in the USA. So male, Hispanic, 75 to 150K, parent, like supporting products made in the USA for my economy. Made in the USA is important to me. Made in the USA. I chose C seconds. I see that it's dye-free, and I do prefer to buy dye-free medicines. So you see a lot of the synergy happening here. And like, what if we were to do a dye-free and the Made in USA logo and really capture both markets? Made in the USA, again, Made in USA, second one, C is a close second because dye-free is really important too. And this is a female, 150K or more with kids and a Prime member. So you could see that the people that choosing the dye-free, that's important to them, but they also reference Made in the US. And the people that choose the Made in the US choose it because they like the Made in the US, but they're also referencing the dye-free. So there's something here. There's just a lot of information to be had here that if you didn't know that this is Made in the US or dye-free from this image, would you have went past it? So let's head back to Canva. Okay, so now that we know this, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and create a duplicate of the one with the smear. So now we have the one with the smear, one without the smear. So the one with the smear, we're going to take the smear away. So we have no smear and we have smear. We're going to go over here to the one with the Made in the USA logo. We're going to group them together. So when we copy it, it comes over together with the wrinkle. We're going to go to the one with no smear, paste it. We're going to go to the one with the smear and paste it. And these are going to be the two right here. Now that we know Made in the USA was the winner from that, and now we're going to test the smear behind it to see, now that we know Made in the USA was the winner from that, what are they going to think of the smear of the medicine behind it? I just want to do this really quickly because I have OCD with this kind of stuff. I just want to pull out a fake little bubble and put it in there so that it really resonates that this is a liquid. So just wanted to add that really quickly to this over here. So no smear, made in the USA, smear with a little bit of bubbly in it for made in the USA. So let's save these, go to PickFu and run the PickFu on this. All right, so we're back in PickFu, hit on new poll. We're gonna go back to comparison again. We're gonna go over here. If you were shopping on Amazon for kids, pain and fever reducer, which image would be most compelling to click on and why? So we're going to go down here to images. We have two right here. So we're going to grab the ones we have in Genexa smear. I'm going to drop the first one. Going to drop the second one. Cool. So we have our version with the USA stamp over there. And then we have the one with the smear behind it. We're going to do the same one we did prior. So US 15 target. So prime member. We're going to do 4 to 11. And we're going to do parents, okay? And then we're going to go to preview, and we're off to the races with this one. So let's take a look next at the results. I'm really eager to see this because I'm a big fan of the smear, especially in the health, wellness, skincare, beauty line space. I really am pulling for option B. I think it's going to be the winner. I'm usually pretty spot on with this kind of stuff, but let's see who the winner is. All right, this didn't go exactly as I wanted. I thought it was going to be a slam dunk. I think I flew too close to the sun with this one, but no spill was the winner, but not by a huge amount, only by one vote. So something like this, when it's too close, I'd want to do a larger size to get some more, right? But this is a great way to show how to test the different iterations. And you can come down here and you could see, who liked the one without the spill, largely unneeded, distracting, liquid in the background. But the people that liked it, so it's well designed, shows it's made in the USA. The product fills the empty space. It gives you the color and texture of the medicine. Now, what I will say with something like this is, see who the avatar is. Remember, we specified parents and the kids' ages. But if you feel that for your brand that the wife or the mom is the main buyer of the product in the house, then you want to look at that feedback. So if people that are saying, no, this is a male, this is a male, this is a male. The people saying yes, that's a female that likes it. This is a male, this is a female. Male and female. So, the ones that are saying no are males for the most part, some females, but you'd want to see and weigh that out. And then your next test would be at a larger size. Now that we understand it, a larger size, maybe specifically towards women that are parents. Now, if you know that a little bit more when it comes to the data and the demographic. But guys, that is it for this double test breakdown with Genexa, PickFu, Canva, all wrapped in one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And if you liked all this kind of stuff, but you don't want to do it, we have our done for you service where we do all of this for you. So the main image, all the testing, all this stuff you just watch right now, hopefully all the way through and you're hearing this, we do that all for you. Check out the link in the comments below. We give you the best main hero image backed by the data and designed by the data. Until next time, we will see you guys on the flippity floppity.